this exhibition, Scattering Starlight Dust, at two venues. At the Barrick Museum, it starts from the postcard size paintings from late 90s. Initially, I started with a figurative work, which evolved with the time, and the figure disappeared behind the burqa and the curtain and appeared in a very different form. Two kind of pattern was coming in my work. One was the geometrical pattern, other was floral patterns. This work has a geometrical pattern also started in late 90s in my work, which was coming from my childhood house. And by dividing the grid later on, I evolved my pattern into more complex geometrical pattern. I always relate flower with a female. The Buddha sitting on the lotus, which always made me uncomfortable. So here I have painted the veiled woman sitting on the lotus. And if you see at once, it feels like there's many women are sitting. But then you realize that they are not sitting, actually, they are a pattern on the wall. The green color in my work always relate with Prophet Mosque in Medina. I saw image of Roza Rasul Sallallahu inner curtain, and I was just surprised to see that it's so beautifully done, made up with pieces of green fabric, and the red patches which are irregularly placed. One is more squarish, other one is rectangular, and spontaneous things made this fabric so beautiful. The textile was always in my work in 90s in the form of curtain and veil and the geometrical pattern and floral patterns, and later on actual textile. I grown up in a traditional house where I have learned all these skills of sewing and stitching and making things beautiful. This jacket is made up with the gold and silver pins and symbol of fire on this garment, and the heart is placed where the heart lies in our body. Outside it's beautifully embroidered with the gold and silver, and when you see inside you find out the sharp side of the needle. And this blue shawl is like a sky which surrounded this jacket. Making this work was based on the Sufi concept of connecting with God and about the divine love. From the far you feel like there's an illusion of something on the black canvas, but when you go closer and you see and walk around it, then you find out that the luminous gold pins and that it is written Ishq. Light and the cubes that keep coming back in my work since when I first visited Kaaba in 2002 and got amazed to see the aesthetics, the black, simple building covered with the textile and the gold and silver embroidery. This video installation that was a live performance I have done in 2017 in Islamabad. I visited Shah Abdul Latif Bhattai's shrine. He is a Sufi poet, and I attended the performance. They sang poetry whole night from 9 till 4 o'clock in the morning in front of Shah Saab's grave. The rhythm of their hands and the rhythm of their singing was so relatable. How I paint and I make art, I always listen music, and my hands also work in the rhythm of that music. So I did this live performance where they were singing in front of me and I was making the artwork which was written Ishq with the same rhythm. And they were singing about Ishq, the divine love. And in the end, I have made that as a video installation. So you can see the complete piece of Ishq I have done. It's a gilded piece and with the gold-plated pins and two projection. In one projection, you can see my hands in the rhythm making that piece. And in other projection, you can see hands of musicians. They are playing that instrument and singing about the divine love. The thought behind doing this work was to share with the people what actually my art practice is for me. I get everything from the process of making art. Sometimes I also get surprised to see what comes out from that meditation. Two World as One I have done in 2015 for Stater Museum for Kunsten for my survey exhibition happened at that time. So this work is a format of a carpet, and if you see the pattern on it, it's coming from 17th century Persian carpet. But I have used the same pattern in more political way. One tapestry has a red made up with the gold tills, and you can see the imagery of dragons and phoenix attacking on. One person who has carrying stone on his head and climbing. Same imagery I have made on the army fabric in silver pins. And these two tapestry I placed facing each other. So when you pass through these two tapestry, you can feel the other side of the tapestry where you can find the sharp side of the needles. Title of this work is coming from Tolstoy's quote, Time and Patience, which I have done for Moscow Biennale in 2013. This work is about Industrial Revolution, how in colonial time they cut the hands of the weavers in South Asia to introduce their machine. This work has two panels. One tapestry is white and embroidered with red roses. Some are complete, some not complete. It feels like some kind of act has been paused. And the adjacent tapestry is army fabric. The other side is a red silk. So from the back side, it feels like very sharp steel is crossing through the silk. And in the projection, you can see that the same flower is embroidering through the machine. And the sound of the machine is a very violent sound. There are many shifts in my art practice. If I see through these 3 decades, in 2001, when I was in Amsterdam, and this 9/11 thing happened, and whole world has changed. All the color of my palette has changed at that time, and the more camouflage color and khaki tones appeared in instead of very vibrant color which I used to do before. The same way when the earthquake happened in Pakistan, and in 2006 the Lebanon war. This Kafiye geometrical pattern also appeared at that time. And later on in 2014, after that terrorist attack on the school children in APS school in Peshawar, my paintings become more darker and deeper, like burnt surfaces. All the flowers in my work has appeared very differently. All flower was cut in half. No complete flower. It was hard for me to even paint a flower at that time. And now at Gaza war has changed me immensely, and I couldn't work. And when I started working again, the whole attitude towards art has changed. after seeing that brutality and the genocide of the people in Palestine. I tried myself to push and say something because I was thinking that it's also my responsibility as an artist to react on this brutality. I took old surfaces, I rejected ones due to some reason. Sometimes some accident happened on those surfaces, so I left them incomplete. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to complete this painting at this moment and want to start some other series. So all these kind of surfaces was lying in my studio from many years, and I decided to took them and work on them. One painting of lotuses during the rain, there was one single drop of water and came from the ceiling and destroyed the painting and made the mark on that painting. And I kept that mark of drop as it is because I was feeling I cannot complete these flowers now after watching genocide live on the media. And I completed them differently, where I was working with charcoal and with sandpapers, and each surfaces which were considered as damaged or as not perfectly done now is a part of my new series of work. Here in this new body of work, I started with this geometrical pattern is coming from Palestini scarf, and the other pattern is Islamic geometrical pattern, and the new geometry is entering in my work in form of very abstract, solid lines. It feels like breaking. The center is not in the center now. All the components of that geometry are scattering and not aligning how they should be. And if you see the next painting, the whole painting transforms into a red. This Islamic geometrical pattern are not visible in form of a gilded surface, but they are making the illusion of that Islamic pattern. The whole surface is red, whole outline of that Islamic pattern has gone, and the new very abstract geometrical pattern is appearing on that surface. I always feel that we don't need to revive art. We live in art. My all art practice is coming from my own childhood home where I grown up, from my culture, from our tradition, from the religion. It's already in a part of our everyday life. We just need to acknowledge it, own our own identity, own things. Even miniature painting was for the books. It was not meant to be for the art galleries. It was for the books to record the history. And I feel in the way that artists are more independent now and they are commenting. This is our responsibility to comment.